Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Washington Redskins franchise here on Madden 20. Today, we are going to get into the offseason and the preseason of season number 7. This is huge. We are getting ready to go into another offseason here, and unfortunately, you can see on this screen, we don't have any money to sign any of these guys. Daryl Holloway is going to get sent to free agency. Now, let's take a look at who was signed in free agency. Solomon Bodden, X Factor, got signed there. Leonard Fournette finds another new team for himself. Fullbacks, cool. Juju going to the Raiders. That is a very interesting proposition. That is going to be fun to see. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video, as well as subscribe if you're new to the channel and love franchise content. That is all we do here. We can definitely build a winner together here in Washington, and honestly, we already have. There's an old friend, Von Clemens, going to the Steelers. That's always nice to see. Some of the old guys that used to be drafted on the squad ending up in new places. You'll love to see them be able to do things on different teams throughout the series. Add yourself some new rivals and whatnot. Samuel Donald going to the Jags there. David Onyemata finding a new team. Kalen Saunders finding a new team. A lot of guys finding new teams here. Winovich finds another new team. Daryl Holloway ends up a Seattle Seahawk. Oh boy. So that is going to be very entertaining to see. Trayvon Mullen, there's Tavon Young. All right, so we have a lot of guys changing teams early on. Kari Willis going over to the Jets. Jabari Waller there. Kickers now. Very interesting. All right, so we are going to get ready to get into the draft here. First trade we made was getting rid of Deron Payne. He was in the last year of his deal. 2 6th-round picks. Get a first-round pick from the Denver Broncos. Now we're going to trade down. We had the number 1 overall pick, but we are going to trade it down to Detroit for the number 4 overall. They were also giving another 1 and 2. Then we traded the number 4 overall pick down with the Eagles for the 22nd overall pick, along with a 2nd and 3rd. Then we traded the 6th overall pick with the Philadelphia Eagles as well, who had pick number 29 projected next year, but gave us a 3 and a 4 this year. Then pick 8 got traded down as well. We had a lot of draft picks. If you missed last offseason, I will put a link to it here in the cards at the end of the video, at the end screen. Definitely take a look. But we did a lot of trading down here. And the Broncos, who we just traded down with, take one of the guys we were looking at, Namani Scarborough. So we don't end up getting him, but our number 2 choice is just as good. We're going to go with Gerard Brown out of Central Michigan. Fastest corner, highest jumping corner, best cone, best shuttle, and he's an 80 overall hidden development corner. 98 speed, 99 excel, 95 agility. But his best coverage is press coverage. This is going to be rough. Very good awareness. Very good stamina and toughness. Not great injury, but his man and zone definitely need work. Then at the 15th overall selection, I know a lot of people are going to be up in arms about this, but Barry Van Buren is a definite value pick here with the Redskins. A 79 overall at a Boston College, 94 throw power. He's got good accuracies all across the board, and not to mention 88 speed with 90 acceleration. This guy can play. Look at the juke move, 89. So we are going to now trade down our 22nd overall pick with the Cleveland Browns. And then we're going to trade our 29th overall pick with the Baltimore Ravens, who we just beat in the Super Bowl for a 2nd straight time. Randy Redd, he is the brother of Joseph Redd, a former draft pick of the Washington Redskins, so why not bring him in? Randy Red, number 20 in true talent, selected last in the first round, 95 speed, 95 excel. He's got enough catching, not great spec or catch in traffic. We can work on that a little bit, but he looks like a speedy player. We love speed here. Braxton Battle, the brother of Bronto Battle, is in this draft class. Number 33, we took him at number 36. 85 speed, 85 excel, and 78 finesse move. Everything else is going to need to be worked on, but he's got decent enough awareness. He should be able to maybe develop along with his brother. Cassidy Hayden now we are going to take at corner. We took him at number 40, and he is ranked number 29. Another 95 speed corner, but he's got better man. Then we made another trade here to trade up with the Detroit Lions, who had pick number 43, and we trade up to get Jameel Gore out of Butler, a strong safety. He's a 71 overall, normal development, but he's ranked 32nd in this class, and we took him in the 40s. Good value pick here, but he's going to have a lot of learning to do. Then Lane Costello was a guy we had to get, a very nice center, 76 overall. Number 9 in true talent, taken at number 55, so an extreme value pick. And look at all that green. He is just very, very polished. Definitely a NFL-ready player. Carlos June was our next selection, a late 4th round projected guy with mid-1st round talent. Number 15 in true talent, he's a 75 normal. Decent enough speed, but only 80 speed really. But he does have some coverage on him at 71 zone. Play rec and awareness is right where it needs to be. And then we had another selection here. We took Cedric Maxey at number 70 overall, and he's the 14th in true talent with 87 speed and 86 excel. Look at all the green. This guy can really, really play. It's going to be fun to watch him in a rotation. Then we had the 3rd round pick 22. We traded that with the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, I know. We're doing a lot of trading with the Eagles in this draft, but don't worry. We are going to recap every single team at the end of the draft. So we also trade down with the Texans, pick up a 3rd for next year with the 31st pick in the 3rd round this year. Then we go to round 4, and we're looking at right tackle Simon Copeland here. He's a 68 overall, but a hidden development. We took him at 104, so very good value here. He's a little bit of a project, but still very good value here. Then we make another deal here as we try to trade down and get picks for next year as well. We get Rick Mariani coming out of Rutgers, the 7th round projected tight end, but he's number 10 in true talent, taken at 150. And I guess people just thought Rutgers is Butgers, so there's no way that he could be any good. But look at that, 88 speed, 88 catching. This guy could definitely wreck some teams. 85 in traffic and 88 excel. That guy's going to be tough. Then we also had a man right here in Ryan Andrews, an 80 overall. Drafted at 155, and he's number 1 in true talent. And look at this. He is an absolute gem of a player. He is going to start at guard day number 1. And probably never lose that job. 96 strength, 86 pass block, 85 run block finesse. Like, he's got some big numbers. Then we had another selection here, and fullback Brad Williamson was a guy we were looking at here. 76 overall, hidden development, number 7 in true talent, drafted at 179. 95 truck, he has 85 speed. Also with 81 lead block, but he's more of a guy that you use like a Mike Allstott type of player. Then we're looking here with the second to last pick in the draft, and we take a kicker in Christian Kaufman, number 191, well, second to last pick in the 6th round, my bad. Christian Kaufman, we take 99 power, but man, his accuracy definitely needs work. 73 awareness, though. Very good player. Then, here we go, 26th pick in the 7th round. We're looking at a punter at a Temple. in Russell Gizzy. A+ power, A accuracy, and this goes very well for us. A 77 with hidden development. Yes, we have Malcolm Camp, but who says we couldn't groom his successor? 95 kick power, 89 kick accuracy. This man has 88 speed and 94 acceleration, so a fast, good punter. So, as you can see, this is our draft. 3 first-round draft picks, 80, 79, and 74. Then in the second round, we get a 71, a 72, a 71, and a 76. Then two 75s in the third round. Fourth round gives us a 68, but he's hidden development. Fifth round, we get a 75 and an 80. In the sixth round, we get a 76 and a 75. And in the seventh round, we get a 77. That is an absolute godly draft. Our scouting department deserves all of the kudos in the world. So let's continue to look at what some other teams have gotten. The Saints got a pretty good first-round pick. Philip Underwood, going to be a good quarterback. He goes to Seattle. The Steelers get a 75 with their first pick, as do the Texans, but they don't really get anything outside of that. Same thing with the Titans. They get a 75 and then nothing. Vikings get a 74 and then nothing. The Bears absolutely got nothing. The Bengals didn't get anything either. The Bills, wow, a lot of 50s there. Scarborough was a player we really wanted. The Broncos got him. We gave him up, unfortunately. 71 was the best that the Bucs could muster. Cardinals got nothing. Chargers got a 70. Chiefs got absolute nothing. Colts didn't get a lot. They got some 68s and 69s. Cowboys didn't get much. Dolphins got a good first pick. Eagles, we gave them the 4th and 6th overall picks. They ended up with 2 73s out of it. So I'm not upset there. 49ers got a 68 with their first pick. And not much there. Jaguars with a 72 as their first pick. Jets with a 75 as their first selection. Hey, the Lions with the 32nd pick in the second round got a 70. One of the few teams to get a steal out there. Packers had a terrible draft, including a 66 at the 5th overall selection. 75 for the Pats. That was their first pick in the second round, so that was pretty good. 2 good picks from the Raiders. Look out for the Raiders. They had some pretty good picks here in this draft. We were looking at Damon Jones. Very high on the speed. I was looking at him, but I didn't want to take him that early, especially with the stable of running backs we have. Rams didn't get anything, and the Ravens really didn't get much. Then we ended up trading Jarrett Poe. Unfortunately, he's in the last year of his contract, and we're already paying too many people to justify paying him. And we also have a very deep stable of running backs. Then it was time. Last year of his deal, it's time to cut Will Lutz, unfortunately. We've loved having him around. Will Lutz has been great for us. We appreciate everything he's done. Then I'm going to show you guys that I definitely simmed this game. We won it 10-7. We had an undefeated preseason this year. I will show you those games in a moment. I did not play any of them. Tyler Morris also, in big surprise to the rest of the football world, was traded away for next year's first-round draft pick from the Detroit Lions, straight up. That is not this year's first-round draft pick coming up. That's next year's. Ramon Jacoby was also traded off the team for a third-round pick. Ashley Heyman went along with a 3rd and 4th from this year to get a first-round pick this year from the Miami Dolphins. And then Bud Mays was shipped to the Chargers for a next year's 4th. Grant Stewart, only 1 year on his contract. He wasn't going to stay around. Him, along with a next year's 3rd and 5th, go to the Dolphins for their next year's 1st. So we have the next 2 Dolphin first-rounders. And Cade Logan goes to the Colts for their 1st next year as well. So this is what the 53-man roster is going to look like right now. Barry Van Buren will start at quarterback as a rookie. Jeffrey Moore and Buda McKenzie will share the load at running back. John Greer will be there as well if we need him. No more Heyman. We got Daquan Bond. We got Mariani. Medical will start at left tackle. Ryan Andrews at left guard. Roland Overton at center. Khalil Bodden at right guard. And Drew Hobart at right tackle. I like that setup. Left end, we have Bronto Battle. Right end, we have Donovan Stallings. If either of them get tired, Maxey will come in. Trey Harris and Craig will start at D tackles. Delshawn Winston at left outside linebacker, Tatum and Clark in middle. Then at right, we have Blake Martino getting his start. He's a very fast linebacker. I believe in him. Our corner stable is so deep, and our safeties are still learning. Kaufman will kick. Malcolm Camp will punt. So looking at the preseason, we beat the Steelers in week 1 of the preseason on the road, 33-21. Was a very good game. Barry Van Buren had a touchdown in that one with 56 yards passing, and you'll love to see it. Buda McKenzie had 69, very nice, rushing yards in that one, so that was a very good game for him as well. Receiving, Buda McKenzie also had a touchdown in the game. And on defense, the only sack was Jayon Brown for them. But look at that. DeMonte McCrary got 2 picks. William Weathers got a pick. So the backups coming up strong. In the next game, it was a tough one. We had a 14-10 lead at the half. We saw it dwindle away, and then we came back in the fourth quarter. Barry Van Buren, another touchdown thrown for him. Will Cotton, no touchdowns, 1 pick. He kind of ruined everything, I guess. Buda McKenzie, though, came into the game, ran for 108 and 2 scores. You will not see any stats coming to you from guys like Jeffrey Moore, because he did not play this preseason. Neither did Keon Wild. Neither did any of the big players on the squad. This was basically an entire backup playing preseason. I wanted to see what they could bring to the table. Maxey got a half a sack there. You like to see that. Weathers with another pick. Winborn with a pick. Weathers might be making a case this year to take one of the starting safety spots. Then we played the Titans, and that game was never really a doubt. We had a 24-7 lead at halftime. We absolutely killed them. Van Buren, another touchdown for him. Cotton, another pick. Buda McKenzie runs for another 3 TDs. Buda McKenzie is an absolute monster. Enrique Quinones gets a touchdown. The backup fullback at this point getting a touchdown. He was our starting fullback last year. Then we had a rookie with a sack there, as well as picks from Winborn and Triplett. You'll love to see the safeties doing work, and they've been doing it all preseason. Then you saw the simulation of this 10-7 game against the Rams, where Will Cotton had a touchdown pass. Van Buren did not get into the game for some whatever strange reason that was. I don't really know why. So, as you can see, there's a touchdown for Rick Mariani. I like what he can bring to the table. He can be a very good backup tight end, and I can't wait to see what he can do. Then we have a sack from King. No interceptions on the day, so that was interesting. Now we'll take a look at what our schedule is going to look like this year. We will open, of course, with the Thursday night You Won the Super Bowl game against the Chargers, then home against the Giants, away against the Vikings, Cowboys, Raiders, and Chiefs before our bye week in Week 7. Then we're on the road against the Eagles, home against the Packers, Broncos, and Panthers, on the road against the Giants, home against the Bears and Cowboys before we go on the road to Tyler Morris and the Lions, as well as going on the road against the Cardinals, who we played in the NFC Championship last year, before playing the Eagles in the last game of the year at home. Narquise Curry, unfortunately, is out for the season, so we put him on injured reserve and bring in another player off the practice squad. We are going to be taking on them LA Chargers. Let me know what you think is going to happen in that game. Let me know what you thought of the offseason in general, as well as slapping a like on this video, subscribing if you're new to the channel and want to see more franchise content. That's all we do here. We can build a winner together. Make sure that you hit that notification button, stay up on all the action, and if you want to see more content, there is more right here.